with me? Are you gonna sit with me? Yeah. Hey guys. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm gonna show you all real quick how I am making my loose mineral pigments into pressed pigments. They're easier for me. I like to do events, so it's easier for me to just have all of the colors instead of opening them all up and putting them on the table to have them all in a palette. This one I'm making for my mom right now because she wanted some of her colors. I got the Z palette from Amazon. It's just called a Z palette. It's awesome. These little tin cans stick to it just perfectly. I think I'm also going to make another one to hang on my wall. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, so anyways, to start off, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need your loose pigments that you want to make pressed. You're going to need some mixing sticks. You're going to need some tin cans. I got these ones 26 mm from TKB Trading Company. You'll also need some 91% proof alcohol, and it needs to be 91 proof. And then also our glorious primer, some ribbon, probably not necessary, but I like the ribbon, and a quarter. So that's what you're gonna need to make your own palette. Okay, so I tried to get rid of the baby before I did this, but Hub is just left for Sturgis, and all 5 I got outside right now, and I couldn't get him down, so I figured I'm going to show you how easy this is. I'm going to do it with a baby. Okay, so let's just see if I can prop y'all cotton pads. Okay, that would work to what, for when you're pressing it. And this can get messy. Like when I first did it, I made a mess. So okay. Let's sit down. You can look at yourself, baby Kyle. That'll keep you entertained. Okay, so what I do is you start with your tin pan and you put a little bit of that alcohol. I just used a kid's, what do you call this, medicine thing, since it's easier for me to pour in than this. So I suck it up in here. I'm going to wet the bottom of my pan. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Probably not. Let's scoot back a little bit. Yeah, syringe, that's what you need. Okay, so you put a little bit of the rubbing alcohol in here, and you can dab a little bit out if you got too much. And then you're going to take your pigment. Let's start with Regal, one of my favorite colors. And you're going to dump a little bit in. Let's see if I can't push you guys down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. So, uh-oh, now the dogs are pregnant. Then you're going to use your glorious primer, and you're just, I like this bottle because I just do 1 squirt. So the other bottle, you just want a little bit of it in there. Okay, and then a little bit more rubbing alcohol, and then you're going to take your mixing stick. Oh, thank you, he is a sweet baby. And just mix that all around. I like to make these full. I've kind of been messing around. I didn't have very much pigment of one color, so I just did, you know, just like this much, and it worked out just fine. But if you have a lot, or you want to make them all the way to the top, kind of start in like that, mix in a little bit, and then I go back and I take some more pigment, dump some more pigment in there. This is where I start to get messy, I think, is because I kind of try to put too much. A little bit more alcohol. Okay, and we're just going to rub all around. Are you drooling? Don't puke, lovers. What is the thing in your hand? This syringe, this was the rubbing alcohol. I'm adding rubbing alcohol to those mineral pigments. And then I'll show you guys. Uh-oh, are you guys having bad connection issues? I'm in my garage. Maybe I should start over and go in the house. Oops. Okay, so you've got that all mixed in. Then you're going to take it and you just want to tap out. I can do another one if you feel like you just joined. And then you kind of tap out any of the air bubbles. And then you just set that there to dry. And I've kind of did a few before I did this so I can show you guys the next step too. So let's just do that one more time again. So if any, and I'm gonna make a video on YouTube, so I'll crop it, so I'll kind of go faster on this one. So you got your tin that you get from the TKB Trading, a little bit of rubbing alcohol, your pigment, dump a little bit of your pigment in your tin. Don't eat me, okay? Then you're gonna take your Glorious Primer. I'm cheating, and I just do one pump. If you have the other bottle, you just want to add a little bit of a squirt in there, okay? And then you're going to take some more rubbing alcohol and put it in that pan, and then you're going to mix that all up and around. Oh, don't eat me, don't eat me, don't eat me. Oh no, still bad connection. Maybe the replay will work for you when I'm done. Hopefully, it may be because I'm out here in my garage trying to hide from my children. Okay. So, got that mixed in. I like them fuller, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some more. Your teeth hurting, Bobbers? Here, get a toy. So I put some more pigment in, a little more alcohol, so I can mix that around. You want to get it really mixed up, so that way there's no like chunks of still dry pigment. I use my kids' sticks. You could use skewers, whatever works to mix it up. Okay, and then you want to pick it up and just gently tap any of the air bubbles out. Okay, and then that's gonna sit there for a second, and I want to show you guys like the different. Okay, so see how they kind of look wet because they're not dry yet. These have been sitting here for maybe 20-30 minutes, and you can already see that they're a little bit drier looking. As you can see, these ones are wetter. I just did the purple and the blue, but I wanted to be able to show you guys. So then you'll want to let them sit for about 15-20 minutes. You'll be able to see once that alcohol has kind of absorbed out. Yeah, let's show you guys this part. Here, come sit in your chair for a second, Bubba. Sit in your chair. Woo! Okay, so the next part is you're going to take, that's already dry, and I like to make them pretty. So I just went to the craft store and I got some white ribbon that's got ribs on it. So you press this down, and then you take your quarter, and that's what I love about these tins is these quarters fit perfectly to press down. And I don't want to get all messy, so I've learned to get a paper towel, squeeze it in there. So basically we're just putting that pretty little line on the top. Okay, so I squeeze my quarter in, and voila. Do you guys see that? Let's see if my camera will focus. Come back to me, come back to me. I don't know if my camera will focus, but you can see the pretty lines on there, so it looks like a brand new little palette. Yay! How cool is that, guys? Okay, so let's do another one just for fun. So in case you missed, you start with your pan. I wish that you guys could really see what I was doing. There we go. Start with your pan. A little bit of alcohol. Tap the little axis out. Let's go with some Curious this time. I got these tins from tkbtrading.com. And you can buy less, 100. I bought 100 because it was cheaper to just buy it that way. And it was really fast. It got here really fast. Then you dump your pigments in, and then you can also go to Amazon and get a Z palette, and these things stick to. How cool is that? Okay, so pigments in. One pump of love of our Glorious Primer. Some more alcohol. And let's do some mixing. I should have done the white first, but that's okay. Do you guys have any questions? Is this cool? Who's going to go back and take their mineral pigments and turn them into pressed now? I love it like this. For me, I use less than, so I don't make, I use less than, so I don't make such a big mess when they're pressed. So I prefer them pressed. So we'll go some more mineral pigments. Uh-oh, somebody just said something and it disappeared. Is this cool, y'all? I thought this was so cool. I watched another Y sister, Heather, do this, and I was like, OMG, why have I not done that? How do you know how much to add to the consistency? Well, hang on. When you play with it, you can tell. And if you get too much, it's okay. Uh-oh, Rego's hurt. What's wrong?
He bumped his head.
Okay, go back in the house for a minute, guys. I'll be in there in a second. You're okay, Bubba. Do you need a kiss from Mommy? What happened? Where'd you hurt? Put look at Riker. Show him your owie. Do you have a boo-boos? Right there. Okay, go back in the house. I'll be in there in a second. Okay, kids, I tried to get him outside, but I told you. Okay, so the consistency, you can't really add too much alcohol because what it's going to do is it's just going to evaporate. So I like it kind of like that. It's easy enough to stir. You know what I mean? And so you can stir all the chunks out. So watch if I go and I add more pigment now. I'll show you. It's going to make it too thick. And I can't really stir. So I go and I add a little bit more alcohol. Okay. And then I stir it all in. And that's just going to affect your drying time for how long you're just going to have to wait before you can press them in with the quarter. So I like them like this, a little soupy, but that way I can just see. It doesn't change because I put the Glorious in. If you are using the Glorious first, anyways, then it looks like what it looks like with Glorious. It just pops the color. Okay, and that's why I like to add the Glorious into it, is to give it that color pop. Okay, so see how it's kind of like that? So watch this. Tap, tap. See the air bubbles kind of popping out of it? Okay. Ta-da! Right? Okay, so let's press another one. So you got through one that looks dry. I wish it wasn't either. Okay, maybe come back and try to watch the replay. Because I look clear as day. I wish it would tell me if I was like losing. Mine hasn't crumbled when it's dried at all yet. So I don't know if that's the Glorious that's doing that or why I'm just getting lucky. But I think maybe it's the Glorious that's helping with that. Okay, so the quarter in. Something so we don't get all messy. I have too. I'm kind of hoping for, we're getting new products for September. I'm kind of hoping one of the 9 new products is going to be a pressed powder or like a pressed powder palette because I think ladies love palettes. And so to see a unique palette would be awesome. I would really like that. So this one wasn't quite as dry, so you can see it made a mess when I pressed it in there. Or it made a mess on my ribbon. Oh yeah? I'll have to go check it out. And then you can see the ribs on there, if my camera will focus. Sansan, huh? Where's she from? I haven't heard of her. I'll have to go follow her. I love following other... Sandy! That's probably what. She says that the splurge won't... Yeah, splurge won't come and match. Splurge will only be shimmers. But yeah, this is fun, right, guys? I mean, who doesn't... I'm a crafty kind of person. To me, this is like arts and crafts. So I really like doing it. And I like the effect after. Like I said, I like my stuff pressed. It's easier for me to put on. I also did this with... It is super easy. Like I said, I got a billion kids here. I feel like I have a billion kids. I got a baby right next to me. It's fast. It can get a little messy. But we all like messes. Messes means you're having fun. But what was I saying? Oh, I even pressed our mineral concealers. So I could do contouring. And I did the Fierce today. Stuck them cheeks in. But I put it in pressed. So I love it now because I feel like I was wasting a lot with the loose powder. I do like loose powder for the baking technique. Sometimes I like to bake, but sometimes I like it in pressed form. So I like that I can have this option. We'll add a little more purple. Yeah, the concealers. I did it with the concealers. So I signed up a year ago, and I was one of the ones that got the kit. I'm sorry for the bad connection. I was one of the ones that got the kit with all of the pigments, all of the blushes, and the concealers, all in these small, you know, sample sizes. And you can't stick a brush in these little tiny things. And so it was awesome. I did it for my mom too, because she really likes that's for under my eyes. I mean, I wish I had my brush in here. But you can do a little highlighting. And it just uses way less. So I'm not feeling like I'm wasting powder all over the place, because when I do my eyes and, you know, we tappy in the lid, I tappy way too much. Or I don't tappy enough. And so to me, the press works better for me. But this is all personal preference. You guys can do it how you like to do it. So there you can see it looks wetter. See this one, it looks drier. Okay, so let's press this one. Uh-oh, battery. Is it when I'm moving around are you losing connection? Or is it just like, look at my awesome shirt, guys. Dream, believe, achieve. Yeah. I love it. It's my like craft shirt. I'm just hanging out today with the kids. Husband left, like I said, so I gotta stay busy. Chicago! I'm so excited for Chicago. Connection, is it me? Is it you? I hate that when I'm trying to watch somebody and it's like you freeze up and you're like, ah, and you freeze all goofball looking. Oh, what was I gonna do? I was gonna press this. Okay, so your ribbon, your pigment that's dried. What are you doing, Bubs? You wanna come back with Mama? Okay, we press it. Press the quarter. I just stuck a quarter in there. Oh, my door's gonna shut from the wind. Let's keep the buggers. Oh! Press it. Snorters. I think it is Periscope's issue too, and also the it like won't focus. It's not me or something. Camera. See the pretty lines? It just, I don't know why I like that so much, but I like that a lot. Awesome! Say yay! Mommy's squat time! Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I can trim this video up and be able to upload it on YouTube. It's really simple. Everything, you basically just need paper towels, a quarter, some tins, some 91% rubbing alcohol, and your pigments. I like sharing stuff. I learned it from another wife sister, and I thought it was amazing. So I'm so glad that you guys can maybe learn from it and do it too, because it's pretty cool, isn't it? Maybe I can show you here. Except I only have my fingers. I should go in the bathroom and get a brush. But they do, the pigments do literally go on better and easier. And you're just, whoa, as you can see. I shouldn't be using my finger to try to do my makeup in my crease, but it really goes on just like the color is true with Glorious when you use Glorious. Now you have to go get a brush and blend that all in. Okay, guys, you guys have an amazing day. I'll be back to talk about Chicago. I think it's time to go be a mom. We're going to go to the water park and have some fun. Everybody say bye. Bye. I told them give me 5 minutes, and they really did only give me 5 minutes. All right, have a good day, guys.